More than 10,000 people are feared dead in the central Philippines, following one of the most powerful storms ever recorded. It's believed to be the most powerful typhoon to ever make landfall in human history. 942 people are confirmed dead so far. The head of the Red Cross in the Philippines has described the devastation caused by Typhoon Haiyan as, quote, absolute bedlam. Most of the damage and deaths were caused by huge waves that inundated towns, washed ships ashore, and swept away coastal villages. The United Nations said officials in Tacloban, which bore the brunt of the storm, had reported one mass grave of 300 to 500 bodies. More than 600,000 people were displaced by the storm, and many still have no access to food, to water, or medicine. This is Philippines Interior Secretary Mar Rosas speaking the day after the devastating typhoon hit.
The devastation is, I don't have the words for it. It's really horrific. It's a great human tragedy. There's no power, there's no light. By the time the sun sets, it's dark, and you know, you're just gonna have to make your way to where you can find some shelter.
The Category 5 storm hit the Philippines with winds as strong as 195 miles per hour. The storm comes less than a year after Storm Bofa killed 1,067 people and left 834 missing. For more, we go to the Philippines. We're joined by Jamela Alandogan, a reporter for Al Jazeera in the Philippines. She reported live from Tacloban after Typhoon Haiyan struck. She almost didn't make it out. She's joining us now from the capital of the Philippines, from Manila. Welcome to Democracy Now! Can you describe, just take us through what happened when the typhoon hit, Jamela?
Well, we were sent there the day before. I came in with my cameraman from the Philippines, and we stayed at a hotel which is in Palo Leyte by the coastline. We landed at about Thursday, 8 p.m. local time. And we were with other journalists who were already suggesting that they think it's best that we vacate that area because it's not really the safest area to be in. But we booked a driver and the car, but you know, because of the danger, this driver in fact canceled on us. So it took me until 3 a.m. to find a vehicle for us to take us around. By that time, I said, let's just stick around here. At 4:45 a.m. in fact, we felt that was when officially the typhoon, in fact, made landfall. I managed to get a few phone interviews with Al Jazeera English, Al Jazeera America. We were setting up for a live at around 6:30 a.m. local time. About a minute into our live, all of a sudden the typhoon struck, and this incredible wind, basically. These trees, they were blowing like they were weightless, they were paper, and roofs were being blown away just like that. The visibility was in fact only a meter. We were close to the coastline, but I couldn't see the waves coming. And all of a sudden, in just a matter of 30 minutes, the water surged up as high, all the way up to the second floor. And we were stuck. And all of a sudden, all the other guests started going up to the area where we were. They were also looking for a safer area. This hotel is only up to the second level. And so we, one of the guys, another journalist, a local journalist, started kicking the door behind us, which was a stock room. And he kicked the door open and we managed to get in, but it turned out to be a place full of shelves of towels and water supplies and all these things. And there was a roof over there. And so we climbed up to the ceiling and held on to the beams of the ceiling. And we held on to it for about an hour. And all of a sudden we felt that, you know, the wind was actually starting to, the roofs and the ceiling was actually starting to give way. And in just a matter of 20 minutes, it started caving in, and this really, really scary sound. And all of a sudden, the entire roof is gone, and we were exposed to this beast, this incredible power that is really unimaginable. The sound is absolutely terrifying. It is horrific. I mean, it's beyond what anybody else could imagine. I've covered armed conflict, but there's nothing like this. That nothing as incredible and as scary as covering a natural disaster like Typhoon Haiyan. when we were exposed to that, we managed to hide in one of the shops. We took shelter there. Their breeze were just flying over on top of us, above us. We knew that the ire of a storm was just above us. And we were ready to climb, in fact. And we were holding on to empty gallons of this water, plastic bottles, this massive gallons of water containers, hoping that this could actually keep us afloat in the event that we have to jump. And we waited for 2 hours, and thankfully the water didn't rise up to the level where we were planning to jump on, basically. And we waited another 2 hours. It was really, really, really dragging, really long, really difficult to not know exactly how things are how your life will turn out. And thankfully the water went down, but the winds were way too powerful. So we stayed a couple of hours more, and a few hotel attendants managed to rescue us one by one from that tiny room, and we were moved to a safer place. From then on, we realized that everything, all of our gear, everything that we had is gone. Everything has been...
Jamela? We're on by Democracy Now! Video stream, so we will try to relink up with her. Jamela Alindogan is a reporter for Al Jazeera. Are you there, Jamela? Jamela, are you there? We're going to go to break, and then we'll come back to continue to hear this discussion. And then we're going to talk to Jeff Masters of the Weather Underground to talk about how typhoons relate to climate change. This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, The War and Peace Report. We're talking about perhaps the most powerful typhoon in the history of the planet to make landfall. We'll be back in a minute.